God, fam. As always, I pray that you are thriving in the things of Christ and that you are living God's best life for you. I wanted to share something with you on today. I came to the park just to have some quiet time, to talk to God and to listen to what he's saying. And I want to share with you um, just a few things from what I have experienced today, what he's showing me. This is not for everybody. But if this is for you, this will resonate with you. So, in my time of listening, God is doing a shift. He's shifting things around. And when I say he's doing a shift, not just in the world, but in our individual lives as well. He's shifting things around in our lives because it's gotten to a point where things have become complacent. And he's shifting things because there is a need. There's a need for us to begin to walk into what he's called us to do. There's a shift. And with that shift, this ties into the video, Broken on Purpose. In this shift, there are things that you may be holding on to. You may be holding on to brokenness. You may be holding on to broken pieces. You may be holding on to things that have happened that have caused your heart to break, to become damaged, become shattered. There are things that you're holding on to that he's got to shift out. He's got to get you to a point of letting it go. You've held on too long. It's time to let go of the brokenness. You've held on for it too long. And he wants to move into your life. He wants to come into your heart. But we have to clear out the clutter in our hearts in order to make space for God to come in. If our hearts are still filled with all of that brokenness, if we're holding on to that, how is he going to be able to come in, clean out shop, clean out our hearts, if we're not willing to let it go? There's a scripture in the Bible, 2 Chronicles 16:9. that says, "For the eyes of the Lord move to and fro throughout the earth, so that he may support those whose heart is completely his." If you're holding on to that brokenness, if you're holding on to that pain, if you're holding on to hurt from 10, 15, 20 years ago, how can he come into your heart if you're not willing to let that go? Maybe you say, "I was abandoned as a child. I'm hurting. I'm still holding on to that. I did not have parents who protected me. My closest friends talked about me behind my back. My spouse cheated on me. I experienced physical abuse, Monica. You don't understand. That hurt me. I experienced mental abuse. My children won't do anything for me. They won't have anything to do with me because I let drugs and alcohol take over and I wasn't there for them. No matter what the brokenness may be, whatever you're holding on to, no matter what it is, it's time to let it go. You can't hold on to it anymore. There's a shift, and God needs you to stand in the place that He has called you to be. He hasn't created you to hold on to that brokenness. That's not what you were created for or to be. He created you for more than that. It's time to clean out the clutter, the brokenness in our hearts. No more business as usual. Yes, it happened, but there's a purpose for it. And in order to get to that purpose, you're going to have to be willing to let it go. Holding on to it, it's not going to do anything. You just find yourself year after year after year still holding on to things that it's not helping you move forward in life. It's time to let go of the brokenness so that He can move into your heart. Clear out the clutter of brokenness. Isaiah 61:3 says, "To all who mourn in Israel, He will give a crown of beauty for ashes." He will exchange. He will give you the crown of beauty for your ashes. The abuse, the infidelity, whatever it was you experienced, the hurts, the pains, He will exchange those ashes and give you a crown of beauty. There's a shift going on. And it's gotten to a point where we really can't afford to hold on to the brokenness. We can't afford to do that anymore. There's a shift. And you have to allow yourself to let go so that you can shift along with God. You have to allow yourself to let it go, even though you may not know where the letting go will take you. Even though you may not understand, what am I shifting to? The first step, letting go. Letting go of the clutter, letting go of the brokenness in your heart, and allow Him to fill your heart. Heart fam, I don't know who needed to hear this, but if this is something that you needed to hear, let go. Let go of the brokenness. I don't care if it's from childhood, 2 months ago, 2 years ago, 20 years ago. Let go. Give it to Him. Talk to Him about it. Even if you just say, God, I'm tired of this. I don't want to hold on to this anymore. Just as simple as that. That is allowing Him to step into your situation because you're acknowledging, I can't do this anymore, God. I need you. When you open up your mouth and when you acknowledge that you need His help, He is not going to let you do it alone. Let the brokenness go and move into what He's called you to do. He's doing a shift. There's a shift going on. But you have to be open to being a part of that shift because He has so much more for your life. Heart fam, I love you, and I want you to remember that he gives a crown of beauty for ashes. Give him your ashes so he can give you your crown of beauty. Love you, heart fam.